Hey people, Injured here, 2v2, Ashes of Typhon, blue side. Fr33man is a Lord General. Fights in range combat begins with the retinue of stormtroopers. Can add to this retinue throughout the game really strong defense and support. Alongside his Zevargel is a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Powerful offense and disruption, fights mainly in melee combat. We've got some Thousand Suns. Red team, Noisy, is a Warboss, a melee hero that can walk through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines, and has found a Lord General to smash on. Rounding off the teams then is Woop Scoop with a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero, powerful battlefield manipulation and some strong offense. This is the Alpha Legion elite scheme, I think. Is it Chaos versus Chaos? It is in the west. Contested VP mid turns red. And Warboss got all the way back in there. Took a while to get rid of him. We are on 2.9.1, you guys. As always, you can check over on dawnofwar.info to see some notes and stuff. Make sure you read the notes on 2.9 though, because a lot of the balance changes were there. 2.9.1 is mostly fixes and some tweaks, but there is a cool addition for Ordo Malleus to now have a conversion beamer, which is pretty cool. Sentinel did get nerfed in 2.9. The Stomp is now a range of 8 rather than 10. Warboss up to 920 hit points, as you can see at level 1, rather than 900. He got a little bit thicker, that guy. A little bit chunkier. Blue team take the Eastern VP, sorry. Western is completely uncapped here. Chaos are too busy fighting amongst themselves. Chaos Lord with his power weapon, chasing down from CSM. In turn chased by the Sorcerers, not doing a whole lot. Hey, you got a model. Well done. Now turns to fight the Chaos Sorcerer. With some help from some CSM. Sluggers are over here. And Heretics are capping. Mid is turning blue thanks to the Guardsmen. And decapping the power is Fr33man. Double shooters are here. We do have some big shooters, yep, and more on the way. More DPS and more range, but here comes the Lord General to tie them up. Really good way to use them early on, tie up those level 1, tier 1 range squads. Can do that for a while with 3 models. The Stomp does hit the Warboss. Gonna take some adjusting for the Imperial Guard players, I guess. With a bit less range on your Stomp. Heretics get an aspiring champion. The Chaos Lord got some cost reductions to his melee weapons, I believe. So he's happy. Maybe we'll see one in tier 2. Eternal War is up here. What about here? Nope. Are they getting it? They're getting it. No Eternal War though for Zevargel. Waiting for the Chaos Lord to cap and then can push somewhere, maybe up the west side. Double Eternal War CSM though can pump out some damage. Chaos Lord's going to need to be careful. Sentinel backing away. Should be okay though, I think. Yes, Warboss has got his spiky armor. Maybe expects to fight a bunch of heretics or something. Double shooters moving up alongside. They do get the decap there, the Orks. And here's some Daka. Focus on the Guardsmen so they have to flee and can't repair that Sentinel anymore. That's a hell of a lot of bullets in their face. They are standing firm behind some light cover there. And they managed to survive. They did get the cap though, the Orks. Center's turning blue thanks to the Chaos Lord. And the Sorcerer is stealing the west side. Power bashing. Some light power bashing from the CSM there. Warboss gets in. There's the Stomp. Even when he was stumped by the Sentinel there, he got his Stomp off. I think that was actually a change. He can no longer be knocked back while he's winding up his Stomp, which was always the case for the big Stomp when you have cyborg implants, but wasn't the case for his default Stomp. And there you just saw it in action immediately. Catachan Devils here. These guys have power weapons in melee. Very versatile, can disrupt, can suppress, can support with a smoke grenade even. If you have the micro, they're pretty awesome. Sword of Flame up from the Chaos Sorcerer. Big surprise, it's on fire. And Vestments of the Warp. Heretics are going to engage. A Doom Blast at least, but I think he needs to back away here. More Heretics coming in against them. Yeah, stayed in a little bit too long. There you see Coruscating Flame going up on the CSM, making them burn nearby enemies, which is pretty useful. Meanwhile, east side kicking off big time. The Orcs trying to get their power back. They're not happy. Warboss getting stunned and now suppressed. Does get a hit in though. Does like 42 DPS I think with his default melee weapon, and it attacks slowly, so those are big chunky hits. Leveling up is the Lord General, does have the Medical Sergeant. Often see that guy pop up when you have Catechins in play because, you know, they can really use a heal, trying to get into melee and stuff. Individual models a bit more valuable than Guardsmen, I think. The Sorcerer gets a good special. It's always nice when he gets a special right after he teleports, isn't it? Well, it's nice for the Sorcerer. Now goes down though. Heretics got in there. Coruscating Flame doing its thing, but can't keep those CSM in play. Another stomp over here, and the power's been decapped. A nice rotation across there from Woop Scoop, with Freeman pushed up the field. Was able to get a decap, and in fact, no, couldn't quite steal the power, but got the decap. 450 to 434. This game, by the way, was played in the monthly Rumble tournament that recently happened. I'm not sure what stage of the tournament it was, but yeah, monthly Rumble tournament 31. Have they already done 31 of those things? That's crazy. Chaos Lord takes the west side. Shout out to Impregnable for continuing to organize tournaments and stuff. Blood Crusher on the way for Zevargel. Sorcerer shouldn't be running in here. Runs in, then teleports away. I guess it kept them busy for a few seconds. They're on the power though. 438 to 432. 2-to-1 cap for the blue team. There's Ardboys put on the Warboss. That's one of his global abilities. Gets in there. Sluggers took a big hit from the all-reliable grenade launcher. Warboss gets stomped though. He's been on those stomps today, has Freeman. Blood Crusher now in play. It's a Bloodletter riding a Juggernaut. Heavy melee damage. Counts as a demon, so you can worship that guy. Noisy goes tier 2. You see Angry Bits up. Now getting some power bashing done of his own. Pretty quick power bash with double fully upgraded shooters, eh? Even in tier 1 without the damage boost they get in tier 2 with the Nob Leader. Missile launcher up for the Sentinel. Another stomp goes in. Oh no, they hit terrain. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Big damage, evenly spread, of course. So ideally you'd have something alongside following up for some kills. But yeah, really good damage from those frag missiles. Can also switch to crack missiles and fight vehicles. Blue team have the upper hand here, I feel like. This power's still decapped, and they got tier 2 quicker and have a Blood Crusher up. Now to defend power. Gets in on the CSM. Look at this though. Woop Scoop get another good power bash, while Freeman was pushed up on the east side. Good rotation across again. This power is denoded. And blue team take the mid for a triple. Melter guns up for the Lord General. One of the weapons that also gets granted to the Stormtroopers. He's got the Vox operator there and is now getting the Commissar. He's going to have a full retinue, this guy. Commissar is actually a decent little combat unit. The Vox operator allows you to reinforce. Commissar also gives you a very nice shield. There it is. Slugger's coming in. Not sure where the Warboss is. There he goes. He's low on hit points though, has a power claw. Yeah, can't really stand against this right now. Still that triple cap. Havoc's with some suppressing, but it doesn't help them against a Blood Crusher in their face. This guy's done really well. There's his special. Really narrow field of attack on that special attack, isn't it? Didn't really even hit the other guy that was attacking the Blood Crusher. Some late Eternal Wars coming up for Zevargel. And Plague Marines on the field for Woop Scoop. These guys got a slight nerf to their missile launcher. Now takes slightly long to fire between shots. It was lowered by 2 seconds, I believe, in 2.9, but then that was reduced to 1 second in 2.9.1. Warboss gets in. Will most likely kill an Imperial Guard or Catachan model per swing with this Power Claw. This thing is nasty. Bunker going up. And they're going to camp up here. This power is still decapped. Noisy gets some tank busters. Look how late it is for Noisy to get another unit up finally. Some looters would have been really useful early on, I think. Special attack doesn't do anything to the Chaos Lord. See his health going down here. Yeah, it does take quite a lot of damage from the burning damage over time stuff. It adds up. It really does. Now got some help from some CSM. And does get the cap. There's that triple again. Kicking off around this bunker. Warboss is pissed. Tank Buster's getting shots on the Sentinel. It's going to go down. Not sure why it wasn't moving there. Maybe it was stuck. Or maybe Freeman just forgot about it. But that was a pretty good push. Bloodletters, those were blood sacrifice bloodletters, so they do disappear. Manticore on the way for Don Freeman. Needs to get a power bash. Needs to take this power back too. They have very little power income. The red team. Almost double power income for the blues. Plague Marines doing their thing. That snaring missile launcher. Blood Crusher not tying them up here. Another shot goes in. It's going to go down. Should have tied them up. Maybe it thought the Mark of Paul and CSM would come in and just finish it. But this is not the way to escape, I don't think. It's got around the corner here. Heretics are able to finish it off. Look at that. A Heretic squad taken out of the vehicle. Enough of that melee PvP goes in. You are going to kill stuff. Tank Busters now power bashing pretty effectively. They're going to eat a Manticore strike though if they're not careful. Boom! Direct hits. But they do survive. Warboss is not happy. He's used his Now I'm Angry. Ard Boys is also up. Look how much damage he tanked here. Pretty crazy. Allowing the shooters to do their thing. But is eventually persuaded to leave. He's level 3 up to 1264 hit points. Here comes some Storm Boys now for Noisy. We've got some permanent bloodletters for Zevargel too. Demons with power melee weapons that can teleport. There we go. Onto the Havocs, and that's a really bad fight for the Havocs. They would tear through them so fast. Look at that. Wow. Almost finished them off in a few seconds. There they are. Warp shifting out of reality. Can no longer take damage. It means they can't attack or cap or anything though. But it's great for getting out of bad places. Orks are getting their power back. And we've got some decaps here for Woop Scoop on the natural power of blue. Oh, Manticore. Couple of decent hits there. But they're okay. And now they flee. Did not bash the last power gen. Look at this full retinue for the Lord General. I really wish there was another hero that had this retinue system. It's really cool. Chaos Lord's going to get revived. Lord General, I don't think he's going to level off it. He's level 4 already. Yeah. What level is the Chaos Lord? Level 2. With Armor of the Inferno. Oh, is this Bloodlust? I believe Bloodlust was nerfed in 2.9. That's the global ability of the Chaos Lord that makes you do more damage every time you land a hit. In melee or ranged, although you get less of a bonus for ranged attacks. Can be really powerful in big army versus army fights. I think it's up to 225 red now from 200, I think. Not something you saw all that often. Or at least not something I noticed all that often. But it is very powerful. Red team just... Blue team, sorry, just hanging out on the west side. Not trying to bash or anything. Sorcerer's having a look, sneaky like. Just looking after the VPs, I think, mainly. What is this? Bloodletters. Getting on those Havocs again. Here's a Dreadnought to help out, though, from Woop Scoop. Where are the Plague Marines at? Right there, you dumbass. Right there. Lord General again with the Odd Boys. 2.9.1, or 2.9 rather, also brought us a new portrait for the Chosen Plague Marines, which is awesome. Big thanks to Kilgan, who provided all the amazing custom portraits for Elite Mod. He's a very busy guy, though. So we had to wait for the Chosen Plague Marines. Unfortunately, of course, we won't see them here with no Plague Champion. Storm Boys. All of a sudden, Storm Boys. There's use your choppers, but I don't think they're going to be able to stay in combat for very long. No, they are persuaded to leave very, very quickly. And they might actually fall. They do go down. Storm Boys did get a increase to their starting health, actually. I think it's like 10 per model, so 50 more for the squad. It's nothing huge, but it certainly didn't help them there. Tank Busters chasing a Manticore. That might be enough. That should be. There we go. Manticore's done. Barrage was not needed. Well done, you fellas. Pain Boy's in play. I think he got a bit more melee damage, the Pain Boy. He's got his stronger Git Source. Mark of Corn CSM taking down a Chaos Lord. Now in amongst some heretics. Chaos Dreadnought taking shots from the Plague Marines, though. And there's some Corn Worship to speed them up. That one did hit, I think. Even when anti-vehicle weapons hit terrain, they sometimes hit the target. I'm not sure what the thinking is behind that. I guess Relic felt that it wasn't fair for stuff to hit terrain sometimes. I think this Dreadnought is done for. I think it's done for. They need to be tied up. His Plague Marines need to be tying them up in melee, and they are not. There we go. Now they are. Is it going to be enough, though? Did they wait too long? I think they waited too long. Here comes a bunch more stuff to shoot the Dreadnought as well if needed. Havocs are going to fall if they're not careful. They are suppressing a big blob of stuff, and Woop Scoop drops the Dark Flames too. Good play. Judged it quite well in terms of those Havocs. Sitting there and shooting for long enough. Double Catachans up here for Freeman. We do have some looters for Noisy. Another Blood Crusher, this time for Woop Scoop. Quite a late Blood Crusher, and more Storm Boys for Noisy. Maybe they'll survive longer than a single jump this time. It's a Storm Boy way. You get in there, you jump around a bit, hit some stuff, and then you die. Often the way. Stormtroopers on the way here for Freeman. Catachans doing their hidey thing when they are idle for a while. Can they get rid of the looters? Where's the grenade launcher here? Do these guys not have the energy for it? I don't think they do. Where's the other Catachans then? They're coming towards the east side. That was a shotgun blast, I think. Oh, looters got shot to death. Okay then. Guess that works out. Flak Jacket is up here for the Lord General. 172 to 64. Double cap here for the blue team. Double Storm Boys for Noisy. I mean, it's not a bad play if you can keep them, if you look after them a bit more, because it's a big old range blob for Freeman. I mean, Catachans can get into melee, but with Warboss buffs and the Warboss himself there, should be able to turn the tide. Of course, has Pain Boy heals as well. Red team taking the east side. 172 to 36. Single cap. Running out of them VPs are the red team. There's the 1-to-1. Need to stop this Chaos Lord capping. Some infiltrating worship. I don't think they want that fight though. It's a lot of shooty stuff at you. Orks need to rotate and help. What are these fellas up to? Woop Scoop. 171 to 34. Don't think Woop Scoop is paying attention to those fellas. They're going to die. And they do die. Too busy over it. Completely forgot about the guys. Warboss gets a flank. That didn't do any damage, that attack, for some reason. Was it a special? Maybe it was a special. Goes after the Chaos Lord. 1-to-1 cap still. Blood Crusher versus Bloodletters. And red team, I think, Yes, they are going to take the mid and Storm Boys on the west. More Storm Boys here. Both with Knob lead up. 1300 hit points at level 1 now. Uh-oh. Blood Crusher goes down. Melter Guns will do that. CSM taking so much damage. We've got Plasma Guns in here. Melter Guns and the Catachan Shotguns, of course. Storm Boys jumping in, getting their stun. Pain Boy, I don't think has the energy to heal them. With the Git Source. Shotgun blast on the Warboss there. Freeman is keeping his wits about him. Trying to keep the Orks controlled. The Storm Boys did fall. There's another stomp. Blood Crusher coming in. Another one from Woop Scoop. Needs to tie up that Lord General yet. Now I'm angry. Charge in from the Warboss. We saw the reinforcement from the Vox operator there. Fully reinforcing those squads. Pretty damn useful. It's not super cheap though, I think. 132 to 31. A single cap for the red team somehow. They are keeping themselves in this. They're going to get this as well. Look at this. Oh, no, they can't. The Basilisk Creeping Barrage came in just in time. But Heretics are on it. Heretics are on it. Chaos Lord would have tried to tank the Sorcerer. We've seen this before. Just tank the Sorcerer and cap the Western VP. Blue team kind of blob capping the mid there. Pain Boy doesn't have a lot of hit points. Those Storm Boys need to run away too. They can't jump away, need to run. Or not. Bloodletter's helping out. Getting some decent attacks there on some Terminators. There they are. That was a demonic circle spawning Bloodletters there. 107 to 21. 2-1 cap for blue. Power Fist versus Chain Axes. These Terminators are already low. They're taking a hell of a lot of damage from these Mark of Cornfellas. Level 3 Mark of Cornfellas. Wow. And the Chaos Terminators got a buff in 2.9. They now begin with 20% melee resistance. Ouch. They of course go up to 40% full melee resist when they get their Lightning Claws. To make up for the fact that Loyalist Terminators have huge amount of health regen. So they get some melee resist. Didn't help them there though. Did not help them there. These guys are mental. They've gone up to level 4. Well done. GG says Freeman. And blue team did get the double cap. It's kind of a strange game. Blue team seem to be so dominant, especially on this east side. Look, this thing never got generators. But red team, with some good maneuvering from Roop Scoop to bash this power a bunch of times. Noisy with so many Storm Boys at the end. I mean, if he had those guys out in tier 1 so that they could level up a bit, I think they would have done a lot better. Pain Boy sure did help. Let's look at these heroes end of the game. Level 9, Lord the General. This guy had all his buddies with him. Level 3, Chaos Lord. Armor of the Inferno. I actually don't remember seeing Let the Galaxy Burn used. I'm sure it was. Warboss was down and level 5 with the Power Claw and stuff. And a level 4 Sorcerer. Woop Scoop. Not familiar with this player. Maybe it's someone on a different name. I don't know. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.